Say, okay, how is everybody? I am Elder Medicine Bear Claw. Many people call me Mama Bear Claw. And I made my own chapstick. I wait for a few minutes, see if many people come in. I can talk about the emails I received, and hopefully someone will be kind and join. Sorry, I'm lost for words right now. Join me here on the board, and we can talk about the 25 questions that I received that wanted to know about some stuff. And so I thought I had mentioned all these before in other videos, but I don't mind saying it again. And helped out you guys understand more. So let's get in and welcome some people. Again, I'm Elder Medicine Bear Claw. Forgive me, I do have a hard candy in my mouth. Yeah, I'm bruising a lot. Okay, I hope everyone is doing well and had a nice weekend. My weekend was okay. We did some singing as my husband was getting down the process. We did my sister first, but she doesn't have a great headstone yet. So I met up with my brother-in-law and my grandson. Now, many people are going to say, well, it's your sister, that's your nephew. No, not in indigenous native ways. We say once your mother had passed, the oldest becomes the grandmother of all children. So, and my sister only had one child. So he calls me Nana, Nishno, or Grandma. Very rare that he call me Grandma. Him was more of a Nana or a Ninishna. And also, too, I think I'm going to make the 26 questions because people were worried about ICE for me. I'm indigenous, even that the government, president, or whatever, trying to say about indigenous way. I have my badge because I do for attorneys for the laws of our tribal, and I also have my government name. And my Californian license, which is a government name too. So anyway, Danse, Candy, thank you for joining. How are you, my sweet girl? I hope things are good with you. How is Randy doing? I do know that there's been so much going on, not just with all creatures, but with many around the world. So I think it's that we need to stay strong and positive and accept what is around us. Oh, I miss you too, Candy. You know, you can always text me. You know that. You have my number. I will pray for him. I did bring some sage to Smudge. Danse, Bob, and Maddie. Thank you. I am so happy that they have received their package. I was a bit worried because they told me they were going to get it Thursday and they did it. So I said maybe Friday or Saturday. No, but they were telling me when I had called to verify, it could be due to the weather over there. So, which is understandable because many duckies have had much snow and heavy rain and a lot of rain. But we got a little break, a little sun. We have many clouds. I see some snow clouds. And I was telling the neighbor, the other rancher over there, he's like, they look like it's gonna rain. I said, no, those are snow clouds. Oh, okay. Then he says, have you heard what's going on? I said, yeah, I have, and I have nothing to worry. He goes, oh, I do. I have to go look for my papers saying that I became a citizen. And I said, if you need to worry now, then get your documents in priority. If you're not worried and you have a driver license, so it's the main license, then you shouldn't have to worry. So I hope everyone is doing good. I know that times goes by and many people have doctor's appointments and trying to understand to um so okay um when you go to the doctors and you make your co-payment and you got to pay for your medication and that insurance that we pay for and everything, it's very head wrecking for me. I just kept arguing and I was like, I started speaking my language and excuse me, you don't have to be rude. I wasn't saying anything rude in my language, ma'am. So I just hung up. Those who have Medi-Cal or medical insurance from the county, I'm glad for you because those ones are lucky. The ones that have to pay out of pocket is such a bundle. So I didn't realize I had an appointment today, and she wanted to talk about my labs, and my white cells are down a little, but I'm okay. She says I need to take 2 more months and of my medication. I don't like that big horse pill. Mm-mm. Unless I want to do a treatment. I don't want to do any treatments. I'm starting to get my body somewhat back together and healing. So, all right, let's get to this. I have gotten emails asking these questions and I wrote them down. Just want to share with you. I've mentioned it before, and now this is still heavy. This is what medicine women and men have. I had a Zoom meeting early this morning and then before the doctors, and they were still on, and I had to get out. When I came home, I came back on and still wearing the same thing. One of the emails from a gentleman was saying, he told me, welcome, Medicine Bear Claw. Because I don't know you, but you know me. I wrote everything down that he said, so I'm sharing with you. I've been watching your channel. I subscribe to it. I like some of you, what you're saying. Your knowledge is very powerful. I like to say thank you for sharing your wisdom with us. Maybe some people don't understand who you are, what you are, or what you do. You seem very powerful. I see the strength in your face, how things go. I want to honor you and allow you to have my trust. I too have many sightings. I'm just a beginner in learning what is a Sasquatch or a Bigfoot. Now you call them Saptangas or Shampoo or Nishkoae. That's a different way of saying a Bigfoot. It's Sasquatch. Then he says, you're not worried about your viewers like all these other big time channels. I like to say thank you very much, but I have heard many low whoop. Is that unusual? Or do you know what it means? I'm sorry, I know some of your channels, some of your videos that you said, but I forgot. So I'm writing you again today. This will be my second one. If you can give more information, I appreciate it. Jay. Okay, now what we're going to do is I'm going to say the questions. If you know them, you can say it in the community there, or if you want to jump in on the board with me um, um, and ask the question or give your answer what you think, and then I will answer too. So let's see. Oh, JP, thank you for joining. My beautiful best friend, Jackie. Remember, you can like, you can subscribe. If you want to don't subscribe and you just like, that's fine. I am no pressured. Um, I lose people and they come back, and you know what? It's okay. It is what it is, right? But I didn't realize I was going to get at least to 400. Um, my children say, well, try to get up to 5. That will be your goal. And that's my goal. Okay. Number 1 question is, why do they follow you home? Yes, they do follow you home if you have locked eyes, or if you have been investigating them for quite a few times. If you have been investigating an area more than 9 times, that same area, say you go once a week, twice a week, then they're going to know your sense, your who you are, where you go and investigate. Like I said, they do watch you, and yes, they can follow you. That is up to you to speak and say, you cannot attach to me, you cannot follow me home, so you do not have my permission. But they will go too, because I'm going to say the reason why they go and follow is because you have gifted them. So when you gift gift them, they want to see how you are with your own family. So when you have set an area for them, and then you come back later on to see if they have gathered what you have put out, if it's food or is a toy, flowers. Just 1 second, please. Thank you for being patient. Sensei Roger, how are you? Thank you for joining. So, number one question is, do they follow you home? Yes. But like I said, if you have gifted them, no matter if it's liquid, toys, or food, they do appreciate it. Believe me. I know because my clan says that there are other clans do appreciate, and they do come around and they gather what they feel they need, or even the young juveniles. So they're honored. Mine, they're used to me over these years. No matter where, if I go back home and the Blackfoot Hills on the res there, don't say gift. Thank you for joining. So, my family back there, they do gift. I call them and I say gift, and this I name these things and give it to them, and they do. Now, do they travel from where I am? Yes, I do know they come here. They have followed me for many, many years. I can be maybe 5 feet away from them, or maybe 20 feet away. But I love to sit outside 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. I will drink hot water with lemon, and I will communicate with them. They like to move things around, and my husband gets upset. Why are they touching my stuff? And then he will hear. That's how they laugh. So, okay. Second question is, she asked me, Janet, her name is Janet. She says, why do you say, she says, in one of your early videos, she's just starting to go over my videos. She says, in one of the videos way in the beginning, you said that about power lines, they are a portal. And I told her, yes, they are portals. Also trees. She says, I seen that when you said about like it looking like a spider web. And it is true. If it's up higher, that's what they'll do. You'll see the web go open wide and then close. Sometimes what they'll do is they cloak right through the tree and then to the portal. And she says, wow, that's very interesting. Do they actually cloak a lot? They will cloak if they feel if it's to defend themselves. If they feel that if it's a juvenile, they kind of panic in a way. But if they remember how strong they can be, they can cloak. Um, Beautiful. So she said, well, there is a tree by my house that I keep seeing things. I see prints, and sometimes it's a three. And she goes, I thought it was like a wolf or a wild dog. She goes, it went into the tree. You see the track and they're gone. Can the dog man go into a portal? Yes, they can. And she said, wow, um, would it do it in many areas? Well, that depends on you. If you feel that they, if you feel that they're strong, they can. Believe me, they do. Okay, third question. I've heard a low whoop. Is that normal? Usually, does anyone in here understand the whoops? The low, the high pitch, and the loud one. Is it all normal? Yes. Are there different frequency or from the pitch of saying the whoop? Or yes, there is. There is many different sounds of it. She says, well, why do they do a low whoop? Usually means, where are you? When you hear a big whoop, whoop, like that, that is leading them. The fourth question was, do or how or hear the vibrations? Or do they use the trees for the vibrations? Yes, they do. Vibrations is for location because they will do like a slap on the tree and you can feel the vibrations because the tree has so much energy and allows you to, how do you say, the tree from the roots have many energy. So what they'll do is they use the vibration bouncing from them to the tree to go wherever, and you can usually feel the Do you understand what I'm saying? Mentioned this many times. There's different vibrations, like the vibrations from the power lines, and then the vibrations from trees for when they're trying to communicate with the others. Now, number 5. This is from John. Hi, Elder. My name is John. I live up in Missouri. I was wondering if you understand what are the hard claps, or do they clap, or the soft rock clap. If they do a hard clap, that's usually mean I'm here. If they do a real soft clap with the rocks, it's food. If you hear the bing, 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 it's letting you know locations. Danse, Ace, how are you, my friend? Thank you for joining. Danse, Danse. As we say in Cree, Danse, we say in my culture, Blackfoot, we say okay, okay, okay. So, John wanted to know, why do they do this? Does anyone here know why they do this? Does anyone want to come on the board and join me, or even ask a question or answer a question you might feel? The link is right there. They teach their young for clapping. If it's hard, do they clap on the tree? Yes, they do. Do they clap with their hands? Yes, they do. Do they get the rocks to clap? Yes, they do. And it's very important that, many people do try to understand how they are, and not to be scared, but feel comfortable. It's really important that you don't feel nervous or scared, because I can pick it up. Now, Michelle asked me. Michelle's from Arizona. She says, "Hello there, Mama Bearpaw. We have spoken many times. I enjoy your videos, and I enjoy your prayers as you do. That is a good gift to give everyone, is one of your prayers. Most of my aunties over in Navajo, they say you are very kind. You're straightforward. You do lots of healing and cleansing on people. Will you manage to come towards this way? I would like you to do a cleansing of my home, my children, and myself, but not soon. I'm still a bit under the weather. But if you can pray for me, of course." She says, "Do they do have their own language? Am I right or wrong?" Yes, they do have their own language, but they also understand our language.
Did you see Sasquatch go by?
Did you see a little Sasquatch go by? My husband said. He's trying to say he's the little one. Yes, he is little. They all call him Gunga. They call him Little Buffalo. So they do, and many people that go out investigate them in the areas they go to, they hear chatter, and that's how they communicate. That is their language, and we don't know how they speak. I know my clan, but I mean the other Satangas or Bigfoots in the world. Yes, that's how they communicate, and we say chattering. They do speak your language, they understand our language, they understand many different languages. The other question was from her is many knots are for different things. Yes or no? Yes, they are. They do many different knots. Does anyone know what they do with the knots, how they do it, or is it okay? Many different knots are for different things. Could be location, someone's here, um, there's food, um, we have unidentified subject, person, can be most anything. So that was a question. Yes. Number 8. Hi, my name is Tony. I just came across your video watching shampoo the channel that I was on. He had mentioned you. He is a scientist, Dr. Michael. He says that you're a good woman, a native that knows many things, believes in our culture, and believe in all creatures. I do. What are they really called? And why hasn't the government said anything? Why do people have to or want to know about the Satangas, the Bigfoot shampoo, or the dog man? And I heard on one of the radio channels saying that you were on, said many of the entities try to communicate with each other in many different ways. Yes, this is true. Now, why do you want to know about a Satanga? Um, a why do humans want to know about them? Can anyone on here tell me why they want to know about them? Now, please don't be afraid or ashamed or embarrassed to come on and speak. You can come on and hide your face. I mean, put a piece of tape over it or leave it dark, and it'd be fine. You know, no one will make fun of you or anything. This is not the channel to um, make fun of people or destroy people. I won't tolerate it on my channel. If you do, I will kick you out and you will not be allowed back in. So, okay. Number 10. Why do the planes go over when many people investigate? due to many activity is in your area, or is it the government that is spying? I will tell you that the government is spying because they have to lead some kind of camera around, and hmm, Bob says, I want to know all I can because I'm curious, consider them people. Yes, that is true. I speak to them like they're like me. I don't treat them any different. The only ones I do is the bad entities, the bad ones. The Wingalo, the Rape, the It, the Chavacala, the bad spiritual ones is the ones that I don't really communicate with them, but I do force myself to try to communicate with them. Many people try and end up getting sick because not understanding how they are. A says, yeah, the government is spying all the time. Of course, they're on here listening too. Just as well if you got a high HD TV that can run from your phone, the Samsung and um, other TV things. The TV has cameras too. They say, where is it at? Believe me, there is one. If they want to know where you're at, they will know where you're at. The government is always looking at everything. This is why we say there is many cameras hidden. And this is very odd because we do the same thing. We have a camera that we put out on the trees and we cover it up except for a little hole so the lens can be, and it's all the way around, and we put it up like 4 up and 3 down, and it all stays together. And then we like put little branch in between, so making it, because and then physically a human cannot recognize it because from a distance it looks just like a tree. But if you get up close, this beast got caught on the scene of a Bigfoot. It's just, even if you, and I say this, they do know when someone is investigating a state park, or if they are in the forest or deep down in the valley on the other side, which becomes a valley where they live and stay. Now, this is very much true. The government does love to spy on even the American people. Do the clans, the Satangas, Bigfoot, do they get emotional? Do they do you hear them crying? Or can we all understand their emotions? I don't know if you can understand their emotions. You might pick up their vibration of their energy, how it is. Sometimes it will you're investigating and one of them is hurt, you will might, if they having a high frequency on them bouncing from them to the trees to you, you might able to hear it. You might able to feel it. I know I do. um why or do they bring other clans around? Because yes, they do come around to other states and other properties and other surroundings. So, thank you. I'm sorry who came in. Um, they will take another female or male and have them connect with them. They do that. They usually investigate in a certain area to see what clan needs to be taught or why they were in a certain area, and you can see many different in their they are very, very smart, intelligent. They do travel miles, thousands of miles just to get a female. They they do try to communicate with that clan and have a conversation with them to make the clan bigger. Um, this email was from Dominic. He says, the dog man talks or just hangs out with the Satanga, or what do they do? Yes, they do. They're always run together. The dog man talks or hangs out with them because they are connected together.
There's nobody in the car. Where do you get somebody?
Um, he also says, do they come around more with the Bigfoots or Sasquatch? Do do when they're talking, do they bark or do they speak the language? Now, when you hear them like play, you hear the whoop, and then you hear the whoop whoop whoop. But again, they do communicate in their language and their ways, just like anybody. He also asks, do they get aggressive with each other? Does anybody here in the panel know? Do they get aggressive with each other? Yes, they do. Just like how any human beings get frustrated with each other, correct? Then you want to know, is it, do they stay mutual with each other? Sometimes, not all the time. If they are watching an area, does the dog man bark at the people, or does he speak the Bigfoot's language? when people are around investigating their area. Now, what they will do is they would watch. The dog will whistle. The dog will like do a certain tone bark with a hyphen to let know. And they also know, they also can know if they carry a firearm or a shotgun. What about an M80? Oh my goodness. That's why I was laughing. Many investigators do carry firearm. Some will carry certain knives, some will carry tasers, some will carry bear sprays, some will. Me, myself, I carry machete on my hip with the belt. I do have a smaller one too. I do not carry a firearm with me. I'm licensed, but I do not carry one. I feel that they won't trust you as much, and they'll feel that you are a threat. So, I hope that, in case you have that answers. Is that what they call the similar chatter? They will do the chatter. They have, like I said, they have their communication with many different Bigfoots in different areas, different clans of them. They do. They will tell them, they grew up with them, they grow together, and they understand who and what and how to get a hold of them. 13. Do they get their freak on? Yes, I wrote that down what the person said. Is it possible that, or do we know, or does the government know if it's a male or female? What is the difference? To me, I hear all kinds of noises. So does a man go after a man? I can tell you some of these emails were. All right, 14. Why do they take the energy from your batteries, your cell phone, your cameras, your anything that has electronic? Does anybody know that? I do. I believe they take it so that way when they are crossing in front of you or behind you, that you won't able to see them. Your screen or the camera will get glitches. So you know if they are around, just like how mine gets glitchy sometimes or like really bouncy. Why do they take the females when they're young or are they old? Actually, it does not matter. It's depending on that Bigfoot, I believe. 16. Why do people want to hunt them? I'm the investigators, as myself. I don't believe you want to hunt them. I believe that You're just wanting to know, you're curious, so you investigate them to know how they are, how they live, what they do, what is the surrounding their areas, you know. Some people want them as a trophy, but the government knows. I guarantee it. 17. Why do they throw rocks or branches or twigs? I will say because you're too close. Also to get your attention on a different area. Are they big and look like a bear? Or are they different colors? Or I said I heard and seen one that has a neck. Now this one got me because my 4 clans, they don't have a neck. And I know some clans in certain areas in different states that I help out, they don't have a neck. Now, it can look like a bear if it's down on all four, depending how, if it's a juvenile or if it's a younger female. So that way it can confuse ourselves, stating that it looks like a bear, it must be a bear. 19. Why or how is our government know about the Bigfoots? They know and kept this over thousands of years from different presidents and different services: Army, Marine, Air Force, Navy. They all know about it. Correct. To distract you. Okay. Jennifer had said, you speak of this called It. Are you saying the blank blank ranch from the TV show? And why do you call it the It? Once again, indigenous natives are not supposed to say the word because it means you're walking them to you. If you want your soul and your eyes to be gone, it will take it. It will take your insides, organs, and your eyes, and leave you there. The It is very powerful. They will make a sound like that is how they do it. A rake will do it more louder of a pitch, and you would hear it. That's how you would hear a rake. It is very scary in the middle of the night that you do not want to be around or even to come close to it. It's best that you do not call it because that means you're inviting them. And then when you're inviting and you have a farm, there goes your cattle, there goes your chickens. And many times you have to understand that humans sometimes call it out, and then next thing you know, you have called an uninvited visitor. I know. Um, 21. She also says, I see more things are coming from the sky. What is it? I've seen on some of your videos that you mentioned star people. What do you mean by star watchers? Star watchers are the aliens that have been living on Earth. Now, she also says, do they have different kinds of star people? Yes. I believe there is maybe 4 different kinds. So it is very weird to be seeing them more now in the sky. Again, the government has more of that. And it will try to communicate the frequency of them, the radiation that you would get. Say you're investigating the Bigfoots in the area, and then all of a sudden you see the lights of a ship. Okay. And you see a light go right through the forest or the woods real quick, trying to scan the area, what is there, knowing that there's a human and that you will lose time. It's like you would lose maybe whatever 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and you're back to the same place where you were and you didn't know what happened. The last that you remember is you saw a light and you don't remember after that. There, I believe, is because they're trying to read your memories, read your feeling of the area. 22. Is there a star people that mix with Bigfoot or any other cryptid? I heard that there was a it or rake that turned into an alien. So, hold on one second. Niko asheme ehete kai no kushitata me niskoa. Neneko toe ne. Now, if you are investigating the area, you say the star people, which are aliens, and you see lights in the forest flashing real fast, right? And then you notice that your flashlights are going out too. That has to do with the star people too, because of their energy, how they can, the frequency they take. Does an it do shape shifting? Yes, they can. They can, for what I was told from my ancestors, that they can turn into a coyote, a wolf, a fox, a dog, a wild boar. Now, they said, I have not seen one or heard yet turn into a Bigfoot. No. Why are there so many different animals, and why is there so many cryptids, and why is the spirits become orbs? Well, when you pass, your spirit lives where it wants to be, either or want to be a spirit through the whole world, then you're going to travel. They call those the travel spirits. You know, our Father, the Creator, Mother Earth, weren't the only ones that made us. Wasn't the only ones that made our parents. You know, they continue um, to make us all understand, try to understand, and try to learn to accept what is on Earth. Mother Earth shares many things with us on top, and she shares many things on her inside. So we all have to keep our eyes open, because even myself still is learning more and more. You know, we keep everything in our ledgers, so I want to make sure we put it in the ledger, so that way our young ones that are coming up to be the next generation to continue the footsteps of investigation, or want to be a teacher, you know, because I believe it's powerful. Then they will look at us because we are the elders and we give them the information, as I am doing for you guys. Yes, some of my council members, some of the tribal people, relatives, don't don't like that I'm sharing the information. And I do it because I protect it when I go out. I want to make sure you're protected also. Many people say, is your protection bag is what helps? Yes, it does. It can also do many things of healing. So if you're confused about something and you're not understanding, hold your bag, smell it, and feel it in your mind. Not just your heart, but in your mind. Okay, the last one. Why are you helping the people of America? Many people has shamed us indigenous natives. Now, this was from a relative that I got, and it was a hate email. Um, it said, why are you helping protection to those Americans? If not supposed to help our clan, our people, our relative. I do because everyone needs to be safe, no matter what race it is. What I said in English is what I'm saying in my language, so they can hear it in coming from my mouth. These are the 25 questions. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot number 9. Why do people gift them? I say because I honor and want their trust and have a communication with them. To me, it is important to have a communication and to help them if they need help. So, there. These are the emails that I received, and I shared them with you because many of you have the same questions that want to be answered again, which I don't mind. And to help you understand what is in Mother Earth, and when you investigate the high abilities that is surrounding Mother Earth, Now, we all try our best to communicate properly. Many different investigators do their own investigating different. When you go out investigate, make sure you pinpoint your map from the start where you stop, because sometimes you're hiking up 50 miles just to get to the first, and then it's another 20, 30 miles up, and it takes a toll on your body because of the temperature, the climate, or sometimes you're not in great health. It can be that your lungs are, trying to let you know how far you are. Understand your body. You need to understand your body, because if it's giving you signals, then you need to pay attention to that. So does anybody have any invitations? Any invitations? I'm sorry. Does anybody have any more questions? Again, my name is Elder Medicine Bear Claw. Like, subscribe, it is free. If you are interested in any protection medicine bag, they are $100 now, plus the shipping. And I understand that it is hard times. If you want to do payments, that's fine too. You just give me a name, and then you make a deposit, and then you pay the rest when you feel that it is need. Because I'm not going to take from anyone that has a family that has bills. Because myself is, one income, trying to do. Yes, I do my bags, I do the jewelry. The jewelry didn't do too well, but it's okay. I'm just going to donate them to people that purchase a bag, or I'm just going to send them back home. And I think I might take about a week off. I'm not sure, depending. I've tried to communicate with others, broadcasts, try to bring them on here to come on. But I'm not trying to steal anyone's, how do you say, their their thing away from them. I can't even speak right now. Um, you build your channel to stay strong and to continue up high. And you want to able to have some communications with um, the spirit, the orbs. Why so many orbs? Or the star people? What is it with these star people want to come to Earth? Things like that. And you have different communications, and you're trying like for 10 years to get that word out or the proof, and it takes years. It does not take a day. It takes many years to trust whatever there is, whatever entities, whatever cryptids, to understand what is out there, and is it proper to introduce to the world, or should I just keep my mind closed and my mouth quiet and don't mention what I saw or what is attracting? No, it is important that we ask questions. But who do we ask, right? There are many channels. I know over 400 channels that do paranormal, that do Bigfoot research, the Dogman research. You know, there is different Bigfoots, Sasquatch. I'm trying to understand who they are, what are they about, and what can happen. So, in time, things will come to you. But if you don't understand, many people have different channels. You ask them too. I know that everybody doesn't want to understand what I say. So they go to a different channel and say, well, you know, elders, Bear Claw said this and that person will say, no, that's because every investigation is very different. But that person has to have the same interests in the field. I started tracking since I was 5. Did my first kill at 5. So yeah, I went out there and I still go out there. But again, my investigation is my investigation. So there you go. If you all understand, I'm glad. You don't get more information, ask, email me or whatever. Excuse me. You can pretty much figure things out when putting 2 pieces together. All right. Well, I am Elder Medicine Bear Claw. Thank you for joining me on my channel. You can like, subscribe, share the video. If you have questions, you can contact me through Facebook Messenger on Elder Medicine Bear Claw. I will not answer any messages that is on my personal page. If I have you on my personal page, then you're completely, totally family. I had to make my own channel because there were people going through my family and relatives, and they're telling me, hey, so and so is asking to be friends and I do not want to, or they're asking, hey, can you get a hold of Bear Claw? You know, I'm trying to get a hold of it. Please don't do that. And yes, someone did make an account using my name, my name that I am married to, and then it had Elder Medicine Bear Claw in the bottom of it. So the scammers are trying really hard to get into your profile, to steal your photos, to make an account. So if those who have my phone number say, hey, someone's tried, excuse me, contact me. Or report it saying someone is trying to scam someone you know. Therefore, I do want to thank you all for joining me again. Many blessings. Take care and have a good evening. Okay? Thank you everyone for joining. Hi, hi.